Hello guys, so it's time for stats update. This month was not what I was expecting. I was expecting that I'm going to make crazy amount of progress because last couple of months we are making crazy amount of progress, and last month we just cracked 900 shooter attack. So that was a quite an achievement. This month wasn't I was expecting how it's going to be. I made some improvement, just not the way I wanted it to. I'm going to explain all of this in this video. But before we start, if you're new to the channel, new to this series, I upload regular Mafia City content, and this is my series that I started 7 months ago. Stats update. Basically, I have a video from 300 shooter tech to 900 shooter tech. This is a blueprint for you. If you just started playing, you can just follow all these video and you will have a way to get to my stats or even better. So that's about it. Now let's take a look at my stats. Before this, we're just going to take a look at my stats from previous month, so you will have a better idea where I was and where I am now. So here are my stats from last month. So last month was very exciting for me. We cracked 900 shooter attack. That was an achievement. So you can take a look at my stats from last month. Made crazy amount of progress. I was very happy. That's my stats from last month. Now without wasting your time, let's take a look at my stats from this month. I am using 20% attack bonus, 20% defense bonus. So that's about it. Now on your screen, my stats from this month. So let's take a look at my bulker stats. Bulker stats is the one that I improved a lot this time. This month I was focusing on to get my bulker health to at least 230%, but we are at 227%. That's also a very good improvement. I improved my bulker attack, bulker defense. I want my bulker defense to 600 as fast as possible because bulker stats matters a lot, especially if you are a shooter player. So I'm trying to increase my bulker stats in this moment, and this month focus was on bulker stats mostly. I think I made a decent progress, but I was thinking I'm going to make even more progress. I was thinking that I'm going to make 230% bulker health minimum, but that's not happened, guys. As you can see, we are 3% behind what I was expecting, what my goal was. That's okay. I think it's a decent amount of progress. I just did not find a way to increase my bulker health even further. So that's about it. That's my bulker stats. Now without any weight, on your screen are my shooter stats. So 936% shooter attack, 630 shooter defense, 207 shooter health, shooter damage 115%. So that's my shooter stats. I made some decent progress in terms of my shooter attack. That's the problem. I doesn't want to make progress in terms of attacking, and somehow I'm making progress in terms of attack. I want to increase my shooter health. As you can see, last month my shooter health was 206%, and this month it's just 1% improvement. I wanted to have 220% shooter health this month. It doesn't go as planned. I didn't find a way to improve my shooter health. I have some investment, but these take a lot of resources. I was spending resource on investment. I was trying to do investment to increase my bulker health, but I didn't have a lot of resources in terms of doing shooter investment as well. So that's where I lag, or I will say lag behind. This is disappointing because I was thinking I'm going to make more progress. So I have 630% shooter defense. I want 700% shooter defense. I was thinking maybe I will get 650 this month. I think maybe I was expecting too much because all these couple of months we were making crazy amount of progress, and this month it wasn't as I was planning it to be. So it's okay. I think a little bit disappointed, but that's about it. Yes, shooter attack 936%. Last month we were 901%. So 35% of attack improvement. It's crazy, all because of emblem. I was opening some emblem chest and I was able to get orange emblem to improve my shooter attack. So because of that I was able to improve my shooter attack that much. So nothing crazy about this. I doesn't really want to improve my shooter attack because all of my other stats are not balance. I want to balance this thing out as much as possible. We will get 1000 stats, but when we will have 1000 stats, guys, it's going to look very good. That's what I want. I just doesn't want to have weak 1000 stats. That's my goal, is really to get to 1000 stats, but proper 1000 stats. So that's my stats for this month. Now let's talk about what I did in order to improve my stats. First thing was I was able to improve my emblems. I was able to get a orange quality emblem that was able to improve my shooter attack 12.5%, I think, something like this. So I was able to get an emblem like that. I switched some emblem, able to improve my stats even further, especially in terms of attack and defense. That was my biggest way to improve my stats. Now Other than that, I did some investment. As you already know that if you will do some investment in tactical squad base whenever season starts, you're going to improve your bulker health by 5%. So I'm still doing that. Did some basic investment in terms of investment agency. I will be showing you the investment that I did in order to improve my stats. It will be all on your screen. So that's about it, guys. Nothing more. I was a little bit busy also this month, a lot of things going on. So because of all these things, I wasn't able to improve my stats the way I wanted it to be. But it's all okay, guys. It's all fun. Sometimes we just broke all the records and make crazy progress. Sometimes we just don't. So with this, let's talk about what we are going to do next month. Next month, hopefully, I don't think I want to make some big promises that I won't be able to complete. I want to keep it simple, doesn't go too much far. So let's talk about the goal for the next month. So in terms of my bulker stats, in terms of bulker defense, I think 15% bulker defense improvement will be good. In terms of bulker health, I will say 5% improvement in health will be decent. Just don't want to have crazy goal because last month we wasn't able to complete that, and I don't want to do that. I want to complete the goal that I'm going to set for my video. So now let's talk about what improvement we are going to do next month in terms of shooter stats. So for shooter stats, I want to improve my shooter attack to 0. I doesn't want to improve my shooter attack. If I improve them, that's good. Now let's talk about defense. I want to improve 15% shooter defense. About health, I want to improve 5% shooter health. That's about it. In terms of damage, I already explained into my last video that damage is not the goal, guys. We will do that after we reach 1000 stats. Then I will be open to do a lot more things with this account. So that's about it for the stats update video. It was a little bit disappointing, but that's it, guys. Doesn't want to say any more about this. So make sure you like the video, subscribe the channel, do all that good stuff. See you in the next one. Take care, stay safe, peace.